Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
Good morning, Las Vegas. I guess I should enter. There we go. Dave's got me on there. There we go. Live stream's all good. Let's see if we can get this live stream right this week. I think we're good.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Looking good, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, thanks for being with us here today on the Mark Hoke Show on KDAWN 101.5 FM. We are the talk of Las Vegas. The #1 live show on this station.
Numero uno.
Might be, I'd have to see if we're beating one of the day shows.
I'm sure we are.
I mean, probably.
Ooh, let's say some names. Let's drop some. Who we beating?
Oh, he's a very, very dirty guy out there, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Anyway, but thank you for being with us here on a Sunday morning. I appreciate you guys all who are taking the time out to listen to us, whether it's on 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas, on the Odyssey app worldwide. And for those of you that don't want to listen to us or a terrific show like SportsX Radio or anything else going on KDAWN, download that app.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can listen to shows anywhere across the country on the Odyssey app. It's awesome. So download it, AUDACY, and get that app on your phone, man. You can hear us anytime. Plus, we're also live streaming on YouTube. Okay. We're on X.
Okay.
We're on Facebook.
Okay.
And X and Twitter are the same thing.
Are they?
Yeah.
Huh.
Unlike a post I tried to make for about 30 seconds this morning until I realized I put X and Twitter in the post. That's incorrect.
Yeah, it's either or.
I mean, well, I guess technically it is correct, but.
Well,
it is.
We're in a transition.
We're on X and we're on Twitter.
We're in a transitioning stage, you know?
I don't know. Elon's got to figure that out.
Elon Musk.
Yes. But we got the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment for you today. Another crazy week, and we got a big pay-per-view coming up. Premium live event on Saturday night. Actually, it's Saturday morning, if I'm correct.
It's in where, Dubai?
Yeah, coming from Saudi Arabia.
Nice.
WWE Crown Jewel. That could be an interesting night, Dave. I'm looking forward to talking about that.
Yeah, there's a lot going on that night.
Yeah, and a lot of intrigue as to what is going to be taking place there in Saudi. So we'll break that card down for you today. Plus a whole lot of AEW news as well, and CM Punk.
Yeah.
Oh, your boy.
Welcome back, Kata.
Yeah, he welcome back Kata it all right. Basically told the class they suck.
Well,
but we'll talk about it. It's gonna be a very interesting show.
Who was John Travolta's character?
Vinny Barbarino.
Okay.
Up your nose with a rubber hose.
Yeah. I never really watched the show, but
you didn't watch.
I watched a couple of episodes, but it was before my time, really.
That's true. You're a little bit younger than me. I did watch Welcome Back, Kotter.
Well, I think it came around the phase of like what was the one? What's Happening? And yeah. I don't know. I watched it. I was in a different zone, man.
You're always in a different zone, David Difference.
Yes, sir.
And that is my co-host, David Difference. I'm Mark Hoke.
Oh,
David Difference.
What a difference a Dave makes. Good morning, Las Vegas, and to the world globally. Did we tell them we got an app they can get?
Which app?
The Odyssey app.
Yeah,
man.
We just talked about it.
They can rewind all kinds of
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm half asleep.
Yeah, wake up. But, of course, we're also live streaming, I said. So if you would like to interact with us, or you want to ask us any questions or get our thoughts, or, just tell Dave that he looks semi-handsome, or say that I'm the sexiest man alive, do it in the chat box.
Yeah. Communicate with us. Talk.
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you don't like? Give us your 2 cents. I know you're listening. I know you're watching. Tap in. I've had people that's like, I want to say something, but then we'll say something.
Yeah, because we're watching it. I've got it right there. Boom. So say hi to us. We would appreciate it.
Yeah, we get lonely in here. Me and Mark start going at each other's jugulars.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, I'm going to, I was trying to decide if I wanted to start with WWE stuff or I wanted to start with AEW. And I think I'll start with the AEW stuff because it's wacky and crazy and zany and sad at the same time.
Oh.
I'm going to start with Sting's gift.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
This got blown completely out of proportion as it was advertised that no one has ever gotten a gift like our good friend Sting is going to get tonight on Dynamite on Wednesday. So Sting's out there with good friend Tony Schiavone. And the music hits. Do, 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 do.
Okay. Yeah.
And out struts Ric Flair. There he is, the Nature Boy.
Woo!
Is in AEW. Comes out and they cut a promo and Rick says, I want to go along with you on this ride to the end. I want to hang with you, Stinger. Yeah. And Sting's got this big smile on his face and gives him a big hug. Then, of course, they got interrupted. But, of course, Rick was going to be coming into AEW. What was that, about a year and a half ago before the episode of the plane ride from hell on Dark Side of the Ring hit?
Oh, was he supposed to go on there?
He was going to be managing Andrade El Idolo, of course.
Right.
His son-in-law is married to Charlotte. But that episode came out and Tony said, it may not be the right time because Rick had some accusations in there of using a helicopter, but not the kind of ones that are like down in Maverick.
That propeller. That propeller.
But, so Rick is now in AEW and, the presentation, that kind of sucked. But, Dave, what do you think about this? Do you think this is good, bad, or indifferent? But Ric Flair is going to be hanging out in AEW for about 4 or 5 months when Sting retires at Full Gear this year.
Yeah, indifferent. I think I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to. I guess they're trying to make
a Revolution. By the way, excuse me. Sorry.
I mean, we talked about last week, like, what is the purpose of it? And it's like, I guess they're trying to make it a big deal, and maybe they think by bringing Ric Flair in. I mean, I'm always good with seeing Rick. I mean, he's the GOAT, but I don't know if that takes away or adds to Sting's last match. I hope he don't get involved.
Oh, there's.
Oh, what if he turns on him and then it's Flair versus Sting?
Oh God, no!
That'd be dope.
What?
I mean,
that would be dope.
The match would suck, but I mean, it would be a good last match for both of them.
Well, at Full Gear coming up here in LA in a couple of weeks, it is Sting, Darby Allin, and TBA. That guy just shows up on every card. TBA, taking on Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne in a 6-man tag. You don't think they'd do it, would you?
It could be, and then he'd just get in for a tag and drop an elbow or something and get out of there, or figure floor.
Wow! Oh, woo!
Yeah. Maybe.
Sorry, I'm mocking you.
Oh, you're mocking me?
Yeah, I mocked you.
Oh,
Fligler Floor.
Yeah, that was my favorite wrestler, Fligler Floor. Yeah, he was from Canada.
Oh God, I hope they don't do that. I really don't.
But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that AEW. I mean, all kinds of things, and again, like they brought in Adam Copeland. Like, nothing is like, pop moment.
Oh, the Adam Copeland was a pop moment.
You know what would be a pop moment?
What?
CM Punk coming back. That music hits, Survivor Series, everybody going to go bananas.
It's not happening.
And then Matt Black, I don't know how much money he owe me, but.
You gotta tweet him. You should tweet him on the break.
I'm gonna tweet him once Punk come out.
He's not coming back. But that happened on AEW this week. Also this week, we had a very unfortunate injury again, as in a match on Dynamite. Boy, this Dynamite episode, crazy. Bryan Danielson was teaming with his Blackpool Combat Club buddy Claudio Castagnoli, taking on Okada, who showed up from Japan, teaming with Orange Cassidy. And Okada was holding Bryan Danielson's arms back. Cassidy comes up and does his orange punch, which is basically a flying Superman punch kind of thing, and then hits him with a Rainmaker. And guess what?
What's that?
Bryan Danielson has a busted orbital bone and had to have surgery this week. He's out until around the end of the year, just in time for that World's End new pay-per-view they're doing at the end of December. So Bryan Danielson's going to miss at least Full Gear, if not another one. Adam Cole out. This is like 2 years ago, Dave, with all the injuries that happened. Very unfortunate, but
yeah. I was looking forward to seeing him at Full Gear, and well,
not happening.
That orbital. I can't even talk to that
today.
That Flair. And the orbital. Oh man, I'm telling you, yeah, I should have slept more. But
well, and I'll just say technically it is slightly my fault.
It is, man.
Because I gave you my tickets to Ed Sheeran.
Yes, I appreciate that.
So
man.
I hope you had a great time last night. Obviously you did.
It was magical.
But yeah, so more injury issues, and this is now really making more trouble for AEW, because if you remember the last time they had the big rash of injuries that everybody got hurt, they lost 3 guys at once, and you just kind of feel like the stories are kind of going a little bit off kilter. They had a really bad ratings night after the first half hour on Dynamite. Mm-hmm. Everybody's coming after MJF. They did a big long sequence with him and some stuff with him and Jay White that started the show. And all of a sudden, then the ratings just cratered. They went from around 1 million down to like 760,000 or something like that.
Yeah. So what is the nothing? What's else is popping off story wise?
Well, that's a good question.
Great question.
You have the Swerve Strickland stuff going on.
Yeah.
With Hangman Adam Page. That's been Swerve's been awesome, by the way. Good Lord. He did an invasion piece in his house.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
Did you like that?
Savage, man. That was scary with the kid and everything.
There was no kid. That was scary.
But it was, man. It was good. It was great work. Swerve's doing awesome work.
Yeah. I think his time is like really. That's the slow crawl to he's something different.
Yeah. But of course, with Adam Cole out, that screwed up the whole story with MJF and him. So now MJF is it's a weird place for him too, because he went from being, the devil to seeming like a little lost puppy, not knowing where to turn at this point, because he's got Samoa Joe breathing down his neck saying, I'll be your pal, but I'm going to beat you up later for it. He's got Wardlow coming after him. He's got the Bullet Club coming after him. It's like all fronts. Everybody wants to crush MJF. And it's weird because usually his character has been, I've had control of everything no matter what. And now it's like, he just seems, I don't know. It's weird. Just seems lost. I don't know if I necessarily like him as a good guy.
Well, I told you that months ago, or whenever he started doing this silly stuff that, Come on, man. Give me back.
It worked with Cole.
Nah.
But on its own, I don't know. But he did have a terrific match last night with Kenny Omega on Collision. That was a lot of fun, even though I think a little overselling at times. But pretty good match, as now MJF is going to end up being the longest reigning AEW champion of all time in the, 5-ish years of the company. So, but a kind of a mega match there with Kenny. That was pretty cool.
Omega match.
Yep. But yeah, but Dave, I know you're a heel guy.
Yes, sir.
So you're not feeling what's happening with MJF right now?
Nah, I was so in tuned and intrigued, definitely like getting immersed into AEW, and then that whole Adam Cole thing just kind of turned me off. He's still the guy. I like that he could still rib and talk his talk from time to time, but that whole babyface aura is. Yeah.
He even looks a little different too.
The
hair's, he's got the hair a little more disheveled.
Oh.
He's just got a kind of a goofy look on his face. It's strange.
Yeah.
I don't know what am I going to say to him at Full Gear, Dave? When we go to the media scrum.
Yeah, you got to roast him, man. I'll come up with some roast.
I think I know what I'm going to do.
What's that?
I was gonna pick on him because he had some acne on his shoulder. I was going to rip him for that.
You know what that means.
I'm not saying a word.
Okay.
But maybe I should. I don't know. But no, I won't.
Roast him, man.
Roast him.
Yeah, this guy is he's put you in years of counseling and sleepless nights because of what he said. He didn't care.
It's all good.
right,
It's all good.
I got some roasts. We'll see.
All right. We'll see what happens.
David Difference, Mark Hoke Show. This is on behalf of Mark. He says that I got you. Don't worry.
Wow.
I'll fight your battle.
You don't have to fight my battle.
I will.
You can fight beside me, but you don't have to fight my battle.
No, I'll fight it.
I got him.
Just sit down.
Just everybody tune in. I'm going to come up with something good. So, hopefully. So, be ready for the AEW Media Scrum after Full Gear this year. Hop on your YouTubes and check it out. Because I'm sure he's going to be in there. They're not going to hold him back. He's wrestling twice again that night.
Is he? Who's he got?
Well, you know what?
We don't know yet.
No, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Oh,
so why don't we take a break and we'll get into that and a whole lot more. A ton of stuff going on in pro wrestling as we get ready for Full Gear. We get ready for Crown Jewel. And should there be a wrestling union? CM Punk seems to think so, but he doesn't have much faith in his peers. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas.
Infinite Wellness can help you achieve your goals and look and feel your best. Our regenerative medicine clinic utilizes stem cell and exome therapy. We also have a comprehensive weight loss program and numerous other services you can find on our website at infinitewellness.info. We're located at 8925 West Post Road, Suite 100, right across from IKEA. You can book your appointment today by calling us at 702-842-2244 or find us on social media at infinitewellness.lv. We'd love to be a part of your journey.
101.5 FM KDAWN.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
Hey, let's talk some more pro wrestling, shall we?
Hey, quick shout out to Dr. Villapando.
Who?
Dr. Villapando. That's my physical therapist.
Oh.
She's been helping me with my sciatic. And she's tuning in today.
All right. Hi, Doc.
Hey, Doc. Hey, Doc.
You just love mocking me, don't you?
Shout out to her, man. She's a beautiful honey baby. I mean, she's a professional doctor.
She's a beautiful honey baby. you know. I don't know what to do with you sometimes, Dave. I love you to death, my friend. I really do. You are a great friend and a terrific person. But, dear Lord, some days, man.
Yeah, I know. Please forgive.
Well, I will forgive you because I have a feeling we're going to be hanging out August 19th through the 21st.
Oh, yeah?
Did you know that?
August?
Yeah.
August 19th. Next year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what's going on?
It's your birthday?
No.
It's my birthday?
Sucks. No.
WrestleMania.
No.
CM Punk?
No.
I don't know.
It's the 58th annual Cauliflower Alley Club reunion.
Nice. Yeah, they just announced
it's already up on the big board. So
on the
guys,
what big board?
Well, the website.
Oh yeah.
And now it's on our big board.
Nice.
We need to make a big board. We kind of have one, but it's out there, kind of like the cloud. But hey, if you want to go to the reunion, you can get tickets right now. That'd be awesome. Do it now while you have time. Get your membership. Sign up today at caulifloweralleyclub.org. And guys, you can be a part of the 58th annual reunion, still at the Plaza, same site. Have a great time. Join Dave and I. Hopefully I won't have a show changing times and I'll be able to be there the whole time.
Yeah, man, you left me hanging last time.
I didn't leave you hanging. You know.
I was doing my thing.
Yeah.
I was doing my thing. Shout out to Tracy Murray, man. He's tuning in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, good friend, man. He's something different, huh?
Yeah. Well, hi, Tracy.
Yeah, we appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I need to call Tracy.
Yeah, call him right now. Let's get him on the air.
We could. But and we also have Josh D. Gonzalez in the chat box. So thanks for saying hi. Get in that chat box, everybody. Say hello to us. We appreciate it.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah. But once again,
That's
once
my
again,
guy right there.
Yeah, but once again, guys, get your membership, of course, to the CAC. Great charity to help support those that are in need, that were in the wrestling industry. Just go to caulifloweralleyclub.org. Get your membership today. You can become a yearly member or a lifetime member like Dave and I are.
Mm-hmm.
and be a part of this great show. I mean, that was an amazing time last year. Hey, don't miss it this time, man.
Definitely the highlight of the year for me. I'll tell you that.
Really?
It was just good. It was.
Oh,
good.
it was fun. There's no doubt. And WrestleMania was kind of mine. But
we're gonna pack the house this year.
Absolutely, let's do it. So, caulifloweralleyclub.org. Speaking of that, one guy that was at the CAC last year was CM Punk.
Yes.
CM Punk did an interview on. Give me 1 second here. There we go. 670 The Score in Chicago. And was talking about wrestling reunions for wrestlers. Of course, we talked to Brian Blair about this.
Mm-hmm.
When that whole thing was going on back in the 80s, and ended up getting Jesse Ventura and Jim Brunzell in a lot of hot water.
Jumping Jim.
A ton of hot water, like thrown out of the pot hot water.
Why would hot water get thrown out of the pot?
No, you got thrown out of the pot of hot water. Like, you're kind of in the pool, and hanging out with everybody, and the heat kind of gets turned up, and then all of a sudden, Vince kind of scoops you up and says, "Out of here. See ya."
I don't like that reference.
You gone.
I don't like that reference.
Well,
but I get what you're trying to say.
I
shouldn't have keyed in on that reference. We could have just moved past it.
We
and
could've.
nobody. Yeah, but I had to go there.
We could have. But they asked him about wrestlers forming a union. So here's what he said.
Yeah.
You ready?
I am.
For professional wrestling, wrestlers should 100% have a union. I'll always say this, and I mean it in the most loving way, which means something's coming. Wrestlers will never unionize because wrestlers are stupid and selfish. That's just the way it is. There's always going to be someone else around the corner that wants what you have or possibly doesn't want you to have what you have, and they will do whatever the promoter wants you to do for less money. That's unfortunate. The boys never stick together.
Right.
And also said, part of the issue is I think it's a lack of places to work. It's really a wage gap disparity. It's a class war. When your boss is a billionaire and you don't want to rock the boat. This isn't in wrestling. This applies to everything. There are people, kids, families, taking care of other people, and they can't afford to lose their job. Fortunately for me, I've never been that guy. I'm always like, I don't need the money. This is wrong, and I need to tell people it's wrong. I don't think the platform I have is worth anything if I don't speak from the heart about issues that I feel are important.
Well said, Punk.
Are you sure about that?
We got an election year coming up, man. He should run. It's my guy.
Are you sure that's well said?
Well, so think about it. Why is there not a wrestling union now, based on all the evidence and everything we've heard about, from Brian Blair, from Jesse Ventura, from all of that?
Why do you think there's not?
Well,
I'll let you start on this.
Okay. So, and talking to Brian Blair and then also watching interviews and stuff, it was like, to start that union, that's going to standardize pay, right? So Brian Blair knew at that time, if this is going to happen, Hogan has to be on board because he's getting paid ridiculously more than the rest of us. So that would never happen. And now you got the same kind of case because you got your top tier, you got your, if you standardize that, you're going to have those big stars that aren't going to get what they think they're worth, and you're going to get other people just getting in the mix there. So, and again, wrestling is not a group sport. I know when you get together, you have it, but it's all about me. I shine. Sometimes you could be in a tag team, but it's still like I got to get my stuff in. And it's just egos. Everybody trying to make moves, and not in a bad way. It's just what it is. So trying to organize anything like that is really tough.
Yeah, and this statement from him shows me why he drives me crazy sometimes.
Well, which part did you key in on?
As someone who has coached teams and managed businesses, all right? Mm-hmm. If you want to get everybody on board with you, the one way to not do it is to say to everybody, hey, you're being selfish and stupid. You can't, this drives me nuts. You can't go and say, in the most loving way. That's like, that's one of those things, that's like with all due respect. Now, what's coming after when you say to somebody with all due respect, Dave?
Yeah, they're going to take a cheap shot.
Right. They're going to bash you.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to say you're completely wrong. You're off. With all due respect. And that is the same thing. The guy has the ability, and this is what everything that I've read about him, about everything that he's tried to do on stuff like, pulling people together, that he has, his heart's in the right place. I get what he's saying, but you don't say it that way because it ticks people off. Well, if you want to be the leader, if you want to be the guy that says, we got it, we really need to get a union, whether you think so or not, okay, that's irrelevant here. If you want to be the guy to try and pull this together, you don't put down the people that you're trying to organize. You just don't. They don't look at you as a leader. And that is, that's a lot of the stuff that happened in AEW with him. That he, some of the things that I read that he said when he was in WWE, that he just rubbed people the wrong way. If I was a wrestler and CM Punk was, and I heard rumor, let's just say I heard rumor Punk is trying to unionize wrestling, and I was into that. But he said I was selfish and stupid. I'm not going to work with a guy. No. Well, I'm not going to let him lead the way.
All due respect, Mark.
See, there you go.
So was this interview, like he's saying this is what I want to do, or they asked him about what that would look like? Because I don't think he was trying to gather the troops. I just think he was just giving his piece on why it's not happening.
And he insulted everybody while he was doing it.
Well, he only insulted the stupid people and the selfish people.
Oh, okay.
So, but isn't that a reflection? Like, if you hear that and you get offended, then he's probably talking about you. Otherwise, you're like, yeah, he's right. Because you're not thinking you're stupid or selfish. So, I mean, he's just weeding out the weasels. Shout out to Bobby Heenan. All due respect, Mark.
But what I'm saying is that if you think that's something you want to do and you want to start getting people together to try and pull this together, that's not the way to do it. It's not. You can have your opinion. You can be sitting there thinking to yourself, you know what? A lot of people in this industry are selfish and stupid. Okay. But I still want to try and do this. And maybe that person that was kind of borderline on coming along with you, if you present it the right way, may come along. But they're not going to come along if they feel like deep down in your heart, you don't have respect for them. So that's, I like the guy. It just
I get that you don't like him.
No, I do.
Is he trying to unionize wrestling, or did they just ask him, what do you think of a wrestling?
Well, they asked him, but he has been at the forefront of a lot of these issues. And, that's part of the reason he won the Mike Mazurki Award. Because, when some things were going on with his medical issues and everything else, he drew a lot of attention to concussions, how wrestlers are treated when they're hurt or sick, and very legitimate points. But he did it in a way where, you're walking around a china shop and you decide to be the bull, instead of going up and grabbing a few nice pieces and saying, the shop looks pretty good, but we can make it a little bit better. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's...
No, I don't, Mark. All due respect. I'm going to use that all show. But, I don't know. I mean, to me, like I said, this is all part of, like, if we just focused on the matches, cool, that's one thing. But this is all part of the wrestling business, man. If CM Punk ain't saying something like that, we ain't talking about it right now. And I like it brings up a lot of interesting points. Everybody got different leadership styles, And all due respect, man, I'm big. I'm big on Sopranos. Like, you look at, I was reading the book, Leadership Soprano Styles. There's a different, era of leadership, and I respect that, man. Sometimes you got to go for the jugular.
Mr. Brooks, you should read the book, The Power of Persuasion. I'm going to give you a tip there. Read that book. Great book.
But who's he trying to persuade?
Well, certainly not everybody in his industry, but with a sledgehammer. But that's another story.
Well, 48 Laws of Power. That's what he's probably on.
Yeah,
because he's taking over things the way he wants.
Well,
it's my guy, man.
Like I said, I like him too. But gotta adapt a little bit. You know, you got to adapt, just the way it is. But yeah, so just throwing it out there, guys. I mean, in terms, and the unionizing wrestlers in the way the industry is hard enough without, really rubbing everybody the wrong way to do it. Well, I mean, I wish they had more standard medical care. I think that's the biggest thing that I hear from people that are in the industry, that the medical care tends to be the biggest issue.
Mm-hmm.
And, and sometimes some promoters, Vince, I think Vince generally did a decent job taking care of people. I'm sure that, some people will disagree. I'm sure Punk might disagree with that. But, sometimes when people got hurt, and they've especially been good about when people have fallen into drug issues. He's put a lot of people back in rehab to try and help them out.
Oh, yeah.
It's not perfect. And it would be great if there was some organization set up that could unify and give the performers a standardized medical care so that, somehow that they could buy into that would help them, especially the ones that are like indie guys. They're out there on their own. And if they could buy into some sort of medical insurance, that would be terrific for them.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it just has to be created.
I don't know if doing like a true union where you're demanding wages and all that kind of stuff, I just don't know if that can happen given just how pro wrestling works. Maybe it could, but
you'd have to get too many people on board.
Right. And this is where I agreed with him that, it is a pretty cutthroat industry and everybody is trying to watch out for themselves, and it's kind of hard to get everybody on the same page.
Stupid and selfish. Just that big chunk of sentence you just said.
But I don't think it's stupid and selfish. I think it's more, you're trying to get somewhere, and it's not. It's pro wrestling is so weird because you're in a company, but at the same time, you're all trying to get to the top. Yeah. And sometimes, man, trying to get to the top, you're going to step on some people. It's just the way it goes.
Well, that was my point at the beginning. Like, it happens. And CM Punk's no different. Like, he's a top figure. He's been there. He's up there. Yeah. So, let him say what he wants. Take out wrestling. They say so many things. Like, you heard what MJF said to you. And then we're going to talk about CM Punk saying somebody was stupid. And now we're up in arms. How dare he talk to people like that? You want to go back and see MJF again. You're drawn to him. You're connected to this guy now, and he disrespected you. That's wrestling. That's wrestling.
But I'm not. But
it's not the Starbucks CEO talking.
But I'm not trying to be in I'm not trying to be in a pro wrestling media union.
You might.
Maybe.
Well, is he? Because he's not even in wrestling right now.
He tried.
He tried what?
And Impact tried to get him in there.
I know.
I don't know if you saw that, by the way. They actually, when he was at Bound for Glory, and they tried to get him to do a guest appearance, he wouldn't do it.
All right, he had that hockey game. Yeah,
they were apparently literally standing there with a checkbook saying, "How much you want to go out?" And he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that would. See, he's a man of morals.
Oh, no, that may be true, but I think he's more a man of.
Moments.
Jesus put zeros would have helped.
Yeah, a couple more. Well, but I think still that would have just been a one-off. What did he just do?
But actually, I'll just say this: that he probably felt it was the wrong time, and I think that's what a lot of stuff that I read. He just didn't want to do it. Good for him.
Do you like him or not? Because you flip-flop on him. Because you just went from he's a jerk. Well, you didn't say he's a jerk.
No, I did not.
And then you said,
I did not say that CM Punk is a jerk. I'm saying that the way he talks to people rubs them the wrong way. You remember this? And we got to get to a break here real fast, but I'll finish the thought. You remember the thing that Chris Jericho said about when he was in the locker room and said, well, as a locker room leader, we got to take care of this place and, we got to take care of our trash and all that stuff. If you're a leader, you don't need to say it. Mm-hmm. And when you sit there and declare yourself the leader like that, it rubs people the wrong way.
Well, as a locker room leader, Mark, we got to go to a commercial break.
Well, that we do.
Okay.
That we do.
I said it, man.
Oh,
all due respect, we got to go to a commercial break.
David Difference, you are one slick son of a gun.
I appreciate you. I want to talk about that super fan.
Which super fan?
Oh, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I want to get your take on it.
Okay, well, we will. But we got a whole lot more coming up on the Mark Hoke Show. Best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. Stick around. We'll be right back. If you're looking for an award-winning dining experience at outstanding prices, look no further than Unique Eats. Whether it's their incredible breakfast platters, amazing pastas and sandwiches, or world-renowned pizzas, celebrity chef Dominic Tedesco will have you covered. Check out their coffee and smoothie bar, vegetarian options, catering, and top-flight service. Visit Unique Eats today at 3100 South Durango, Suite 100. Call 702-992-3038 or go to uniqueeatslv.com, and we'll see you all at Unique Eats.
101.5 FM KDAWN.
You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
Dave Difference has cooled off.
Hey.
With all due respect, you're looking fantastic. You're pepping up, buddy.
I know, man. I'm coming back to life. I got some water, man. Stay hydrated. It's getting cold out there. Every year,
not cold.
Every year I ask for this. Yeah, you walk around in shorts, man.
Right, because it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, that's how my son is, man. He'll walk around in shorts and a T-shirt. I'm like, dude, pull it together, man. We tropical people.
Do you know where I went to college? Look in the corner there on the live stream. You see that little logo? The other way. The corner. There you go, David.
It's like a sewer drain.
You see that? You see that North Dakota State that NDSU buys in back there? That's Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah, my family's from Fargo. What is your point being? Oh, you're used to this. I'm just saying.
Cold doesn't bother me.
I didn't say it bothered me. I'm just giving a weather report.
You got out of the car and you started whining. It's cold out here. And then somehow you called me a racist.
All due respect, Mark. One had nothing to do with the other.
Stay warm, Las Vegas, you wimps. Anyway, but by the way, I want to finish the thought on Full Gear because we were talking about MJF and what he'll be doing that evening. 4 matches on the card so far. We mentioned the Sting 6-man match. MJF, and right now on Wikipedia is MJF and TBA. So maybe he's going to bring some help to take on the Guns, Austin and Colton, for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. So he's going to pull double duty again because he is also going to be defending the AEW World Championship against Jay White of the Bullet Club. So that's going to be a hell of a match. Hell of a match. Looking forward to that.
Is it too much?
That's a good question. I don't know. I wish he'd just at least get another partner. You know, have somebody. You know who the guy? You know what I would do if I were booking this? You know who his partner would be? Roderick Strong. Have Roddy fill in. Adam Cole's best friend, the two at odds, and then you pull them together. And then when Adam Cole stabs him in the back, now both of them can stab him in the back, and it's going to be like Julius Caesar.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. Yeah, they got to do something. How long is Cole supposed to be out?
And it's going to be a couple more months at least.
Adam Cole.
That was such a freak thing, too. Just dumb. And I'll just say this, too. Promoters, when you're building ramps to your ring.
I like how you're an expert in everything. How to book a show, how to build a ramp. Like Bob the Builder over here. How, Mark?
No, but the reason I say it is that I used to run volleyball tournaments. So part of the thing that I had to do was I had to make sure everything was safe.
All right.
And I'll just say this.
Yeah.
If you're going to build a ramp going somewhere, you don't want to have places where you're going to be able to jump off the side. It should have run either straight down to the bottom of the ring. Mm-hmm. So there wasn't a place where Cole had to jump off or you have that goofy edge, or run it to the top like you've had to do in some of the smaller venues. So it goes, straight to the top of the ring. But don't do that part where there's kind of that gap there. Anytime there's a gap, it's dangerous.
Well, good.
So, just saying.
A little fun fact, I took wood shop.
Yeah.
And I used to go behind my friend Aaron Crisp every time he would cut. I'd be like, just cut mine. I never cut anything. I didn't want to get on the side. Okay, yeah, do mine now.
Chicken.
And my stuff came out better than his all the time. And he cut it all, and he'd be upset.
Yeah,
Shout
happens.
out to Aaron. But, yeah, if anybody wants to know how to build a ramp, replay that on the Odyssey app.
Well, I'm just saying.
And take notes.
Well, it makes sense, right?
Of course it does.
Yeah, you don't need any extra edges to hurt yourself. And then we've also got a singles match for the AEW Women's Championship. Hikura Shida is taking on Timeless Toni Storm, doing her 30s flapper actress thing, which everybody is digging. And she's looking amazing, too. But I will say this. Last night, they had a women's title match between Shida and Abadon, the super creepy Abadon. Hated it. They did a Fright Night match.
Oh, boy.
Dude, they started the match with Shida and a plastic, and Abadon had this big plastic bone.
Mm-hmm.
And Shida had a foam tombstone. And she was defending herself with the breaking foam tombstone against the plastic bone. Plus, Abadon grabbed a trick-or-treat bucket. Everybody thought there'd be thumbtacks in there.
Yeah.
It's candy.
Yeah, candy.
She dumped candy out and threw Shida into candy.
Yeah, that's funny.
That was stupid.
Well, yeah, I mean, but again, when I was at the Big Valley show, you did something similar. We poured it out, and it was them candy corns or something, and it made for a funny spot. But that's the interesting thing about wrestling is it can go from super real to what the hell is this? So, I mean, we got to still remember there's kids that are supposed to be watching this. Not just us grown-ass adults.
True.
But I hear what you're saying. Like, we're not supposed to be like, yeah.
If you're doing a death match or, candy, no.
Oh, so it was a death match?
Yeah, it was a Fright Night match. It was no holds barred.
Was there blood? Did somebody bleed?
No.
Oh, well. Did somebody die?
Maybe Abadon's career.
Damn.
No, I'm not saying that. She's pretty awesome, but yeah, it was weird. But yeah, so that's where we are. Full Gear right now. That is going to be at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, guys. So, man, Vegas, take a trip. Saturday, November 18th. We're going to be there.
Yeah, I didn't get my whatever. Oh, we're going to a break already?
Yeah, it's the end of the hour.
Damn.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Amen. But we got a lot of good stuff coming up, man.
We do. We're going to be talking Crown Jewel. We're going to be talking somebody outsold WWE at the merchandise stand. That was pretty interesting.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, and a whole lot more. And our boy LA Knight.
Yeah.
He's getting the shine. So, a ton coming up in hour number 2 of the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, The Talk of Las Vegas. Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show. You can also follow Dave on Twitter at David Difference.
At the David Difference.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place. Oh, yeah, David Difference on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or X. Instagram, you know what it
Follow
is.
him.
I'm out there.
We'll be back in just a little bit. Stick around, everybody. Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join The Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.